on Facebook too. No cap, all facts, all facts. I'm about to go live on Facebook too. And I am reading from my book, you guys. Oh yeah, no, because on Facebook it's not giving. Okay, let's see. Okay. YouTube, I think the camera I'm using for YouTube is a little better. Facebook is probably not gonna work for me today, to be honest. I mean, if I was a little bit taller, because the charger that I'm using, you can't really see me like that. You can't really see me like that. So I'm probably not gonna go live on Facebook today. Just because you can't see me on this camera. Okay. So anyways, YouTube, we're going to go, ow. 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 Sorry, the wire from my bra was poking me. But we're gonna talk about domestic violence and Jesus. I'm a voice for the voiceless, right? My book is called Faith, Family, Freedom, the RosieXperience. And not only do I tackle the childhood trauma that causes us to accept domestic violence, but I also talk about how important it is to have a relationship with God in order to change our mind from the victim mindset so that we can remove ourselves from these types of situations and not wind up in another one. I want to read a chapter out of here to you guys, but honestly, I'm trying to think if I should read it on here or on Facebook. I'm not exactly sure, but since I'm on here, I will read a snippet. Probably not a whole chapter, but I'll read a snippet for you guys. And then if nobody hops in here, I'm gonna get off of here and get on Facebook because I know my Facebook people gonna talk to me. Okay. Um. Okay. So this is page. Where should I start? Okay. I will start on page 200. What chapter are we on? I don't know. Let me see. Page 200 is. I'm on chapter 16. 16, I think. Let me go make sure that's really where I'm at. Yep, I'm on chapter 16. This chapter is called Why Do Fools Fall in Love? So if you want, I can start at the beginning. No, I could read the whole chapter 16, or I could just read this page that I was about to read. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm just gonna start on page 200, okay? So where I'm at right now, I'm receiving lots of text messages from my husband, who I am separated from because he is at my house looking for me. That's where I'm at right now. Okay? Okay. Who was that on the stairs? Rihanna, go upstairs, baby. Okay, I can get a hug from you, and then you need to go upstairs because I told you that it's nap time and you're not following directions very well. Okay? I said it's nap time and you have not went to sleep yet. I need you to take a nap, and then when you wake up, it'll be time to eat, okay?
You're mad?
Huh?
You're mad?
No, I'm not mad. But you know, after church, I let you guys play for a long time, and you went outside and you had snacks and you ate lunch and all that. And I said, okay, it's time to take a nap because we've been up all day, right? Okay, so you're not taking a nap, so you're not following directions.
Okay.
Everybody else is taking a nap. I need you to follow directions too, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
And if you can't fall asleep, you still at least need to stay upstairs, okay? In your room. Don't wake nobody up. Thank you. I'm 28. Give me advice. Advice about what? What would you like advice about? What would you like advice about? Please let me know. I might have something for you. Any advice? Okay. Advice I always give to anybody in their 20s is slow down. Slow down. Slow down. You don't have to have the best car. You don't have to have the most expensive apartment or house. You don't have to be married yet. If you are married, your marriage does not have to look like the ones on TV. Like, slow down. Realize that you need to have a relationship with God. The reason why I say that is because that's the whole point of me writing this book. I did not have a relationship with God for most of my life. I talked to him, but I never heard what he was saying back because I was not following him. Therefore, Holy Spirit did not reside within me. So I didn't have a relationship with him, and I didn't understand why I kept making stupid decisions or why I kept winding up in bad situations. So I would say slow down, and if you want peace, you need to know who God is, Jesus Christ. That would be my advice to you. So thanks for asking. Okay. Now, I'm starting on page 200. I'm starting halfway down. Okay? You got the like and the subscribe, period. You feel me? You feel me? Okay. These messages were freaking me out because not only had I not spoken to him that day, but I also had not told him about my new boyfriend. So I did not understand why he just assumed that I was with a guy, even though I actually was. I also would like to reiterate that he was currently living with the female that I caught him cheating on me with. So he had no reason to clock anything that I chose to do after I decided to separate from him. When I finally got to my boyfriend's house, he seemed bothered by my phone blowing up. So he didn't give me a hug or a kiss. He just got out of my car and told me not to ever talk about another guy while we were together. He said that he did not care what I did, but he did not want to hear about it. I assured him that I was not talking to anyone besides him, and I had no idea why my ex was blowing me up. But I would find out and shut that down. He had gotten what he came for, so he was done with catering to my emotions, and I was actually sad about it. I had become accustomed to talking to him every day, and I honestly did not want to lose him now that I realized how good he was in bed. I did not want to give up on our newly found relationship, so even though I felt a shift in the way he talked to me, I still wanted to be around him. As I drove off from the corner of his house, my ex started to call me again. I was thinking about the fact that he did not allow me in his house. He told me that he and his brother had just moved into these duplexes and that his brother's girlfriend did not allow females over, so I had to drop him off at the corner and keep going. That sounded sketchy to me, and I analytically wanted to investigate further. Yet I could not think too deeply due to the fact that my phone was ringing uncontrollably. I finally answered, and all I heard was a loud scream. Where the F are you at, B? Come home now. I responded out of fear. Come home. Do you mean my house? You do not live with me. He then went on to remind me that he had a spare key, and I told him that I never intended for him to keep that key. And I also wanted him to know that he was not getting it back now that he had returned it to me. Our conversation went on, and then he told me to hurry home so that we could talk. I could tell from the way his voice sounded that he wanted to do much more than just talk to me. I still did not understand why he was so angry with me. Yes, I slept with my boyfriend after only being separated for 3 months, but I felt fully justified in moving on when the only reason we were living in separate homes was because my ex was an active cheater and continued to abuse me, despite my pleading for him to change in those areas. I stayed with this man for nearly 7 years. I stayed through abuse, cheating, maybe babies, female drama, family drama, disrespect, you name it, I stayed through it. I even stayed after he confirmed accusations of him cheating on me with the same sex. I kept my guard up after I realized that he had no intentions on changing. Right after I had my daughter, I started to demand respect, and I mustered up the courage to finally leave him for good when the blatant disrespect became too much to stomach. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because this gets like really deep. Like deep to the point that it's like, oh my God. But basically, I was in a very dangerous marriage for a long time. And when I finally left, I was still allowing him to see our daughter because she was a newborn, and my nephew because he was 7 and we had raised him since he was a baby together. Um, but he started to get like stalkerish. And he was living with a girl that he was cheating on me with. But when he found out I had a boyfriend, he flipped the top and tried to take my life. So I went from feeling like I was safe, even though I knew he didn't want me to leave him. I felt like I was safe until he started just popping up at my house and just doing weird stuff. But the day that I wrote in this chapter, my whole life changed. My whole life changed. I had to leave everything that I owned and go to a shelter because he tried to take my life. And I didn't heal. I already had another boyfriend. I didn't heal. I just went to the shelter long enough to get a house and let my boyfriend move in. Got treated worse. I didn't heal. That was the problem. Had I healed, I would have realized that I had no business dating the guy that I started dating. I would have realized that I was being treated similar, if not worse. I would have realized all these things and I would have ran from it. But instead I ran to it because it was like, hey, it's just this a different person. It don't seem the same. It don't feel the same. But I didn't realize that it was worse. Um, Domestic violence is not something that just happens to you. It's something that your mind is literally tricked into believing is okay. You're you're tricked into believing that being talked to a certain way isn't really that bad. You're tricked into believing, oh, he just pushed me. At least he won't punch me. Then when he punches you, oh, he punched me, but at least he won't punch me in my face. Then he punches you in your face. Oh, but at least he won't choke me. Then he chokes you. Oh, well, at least he won't kick. And it just keeps, you keep moving the goalpost until you're dead. Like, domestic violence is something that we witness as a child, and then we grow up trying to avoid, but we run straight into it. It's something that we definitely need therapy to understand how we even got there, because it doesn't happen in one day. It slowly happens until it gets there. They break you down mentally, financially, then they start to physically attack you. And we have to see those warning signs before it happens. So yeah, I just wanted to break that down for y'all. I will be back on here later, but I'm about to get off of here now because I'm about to go live on Facebook. But thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a great rest of your day.